Hello. It is the Ruger P85 Mark II 9mm pistol. I am going to open our festivities today by shooting some Russian Wolf ammo with the aesthetically pleasing and usually relatively functional steel casing. Number 15. It holds 15. That last one is always a struggle, right? All right. This has been functioned perfectly for me since I've owned it for several years now. Will it function perfectly today? Oh, the suspense. Okay, let's give it 15 wolves. Ooh, interesting. Wow, that was quite a spread. Okay. Well, let's talk about this beast a little bit, and then we'll come back and shoot it some more, because that's what we're here for, is to shoot, right? It is the Ruger P85 Mark II 9mm pistol. This came to us thanks to the U.S. military holding trials to replace the 1911 in the middle 1980s. Most of the major gun manufacturers produced or presented a firearm for these trials. I mean, who wouldn't want that contract, be able to make pistols for the government, tens of thousands of them into the indistinct future. Beretta won that contest. The Beretta 92, they definitely should have. That was the better pistol, much to Glock's whiny displeasure. But Ruger came up with a P-series for that, and a rising tide raises all boats. And after these trials, there were a number of new, really good firearm designs that were available in gun stores, at least in the United States. And Ruger stuck with the P-series, and they made P-series pistols from 1985 to 2013. And they made a number of different chamberings. I also have a P94, which is 40 caliber, nice big hole, which I like a lot. And I do like this pistol a lot. I mean, although the government didn't take them, several police departments did. The Wisconsin State Police, San Diego, Chicago, a few other places. Federal Bureau of Prisons, I think, carried these for a while. And the upshot of these is that so many were made. This is one of the most produced handguns in America. I think 1.7 million of them were made in all. And the upshot of this is that anytime you go to a gun store, you're probably going to see a P-series pistol in the used shelf, and they're going to be really inexpensive. This was $265, which, you know, for the money, for a really good full-size pistol, I was really impressed. That's why I got the P94 too, because I mean, this worked really well for me. Why wouldn't I want that too? And it does tick all my boxes. It's got the hammer. It's single double action. It's got a safety decocker. It does not have anything for any optics or any rails or anything, but it's really from before that era. It is light. This bottom part is aluminum, and it was made to be, easy to maintain and robust and cheap. And, that was one of its main draws for the military. It was like $100 less per gun than its nearest competitor. It does have the safety of the mag release right where you want it, but it's not a button. We're used to pressing a button. It's a lever. And, when my son first held this gun, he just thought that was the funniest thing he'd ever seen in his life. But he's kind of a gun snob. I love you, Charlie, but you're kind of a gun snob. But it's, it certainly makes sense. You can figure out what it's for. And there's no reason that's not a good idea. It's really ambidextrous. And my experience with this has been that it has been very reliable, a good solid 9mm pistol. I would urge you to, and of course the original grips that it came with are not these. These are the original grips, and here's what it looked like with these grips on there. I got these Hogue grips not because I needed help holding on to it or anything like that. I mean, it's not like it's light, but 9mm is very comfortable to shoot. It just I like the finger grooves, and it just feels nicer in the hand, and it looks cooler, and that's important, right? So my experience with this has been perfectly reliable, and I shot some Wolf rounds the first time around. They did just fine, and I'm going to shoot these Gecko cartridges from Germany second go round, and all I will say is watch what happens to the decocker after the second shot. Okay, we're back with the P85, and we are going to shoot now some German, more conventionally brass-cased 9mm rounds made by the Gecko company, GCEO, Gecko. And we're gonna, there's one now. We're gonna try to add one last one, so we get our full complement of 15. We want all we can get. Okay, Mr. P85, give us 15 more. That is interesting. What might have caused that to happen? Nothing wrong with that primer or that bullet. Well, that is unfortunate because that was part of what I was going to talk about, was how perfect and reliable this gun has been. I wonder what might have caused that to happen. No idea. Maybe the magazine wasn't seated. I've noticed that magazine takes a little bit, sometimes extra pounding to get seated. Oh, wow. This is interesting. Oh, you know what? The safety is not up, it's not down, it's in the middle. That's interesting. Okay, maybe that's it. I've never noticed that before. Oh, wow. Now it's like, okay, well, tell you what. This is a voyage of discovery. There's another bullet. That is quite a malfunction, if it is a malfunction. Yeah, look at it. It's like dangling low. Okay, now it's in place. Oh, interesting. Well, that does change things a little bit, doesn't it? It's back down there again. Can we stick it up there and make it work? Well, this is quite something, wouldn't you say? Yeah, it's got rounds in place. Okay. Wow, well, I hope you've enjoyed this little demonstration of what it was up until now, the extremely reliable and functional P85. Now I'm rethinking everything I was going to say about it. And this one is solid. That one's not going anywhere, but this one is loosey-goosey. Okay, I guess I better stop now. And pick up all the brass that I've dropped on the floor. Well, I guess let's go see how we did with what we did do. I got all these bullets left. What are we going to do with these bullets? Okay, let's see how we did. Well, I was absolutely going to champion this pistol for you guys, but that's quite telling. Here's my wolf shots. I noticed that they're all going up here, and so I started aiming down here. And, that's not terrible for, a battle pistol. If you're going blah, blah, blah with everything, then you're sending bullets down range. And the few geckos that I got out, not bad, pretty good. Might have been something good if I had been able to keep shooting. Well, I was going to champion this pistol and tell you, gosh, inexpensive and reliable and made to be easy to maintain. But that was kind of predicated on it shooting every time I pulled the trigger. And what I find now is that this ambidextrous safety, which seemed like such a great thing, is absolutely not connected at all to this other one. I mean, the safety is now engaged on this side, or should be, and it's not. So something just came loose in there while I was shooting it. Okay, well, that was illustrative, I suppose. I was going to say, man, you're just not going to find a better pistol for the money you pay for this, but yes, you will.